What's up? Welcome back to another episode of What's Good with Cold Rice Media. How's everyone doing today?
Shit, we doing all right, man. How you doing?
Good. Let me go to introduce my guys first. On one corner, I got from the west side of Seattle. I got my cousin Eric, Sticky Fresh. How you doing today?
Doing good, G, man. Doing
Uh,
good.
and then on the other corner, I got my guy coming from the DFW.
DF Dub, Dallas Fort Worth, down for whatever was good.
How you doing, man?
We're all right. We're a little negative, so we're gonna make this show a little
Oh
interesting.
yeah, we got a whole different energy today, boy.
And then of course myself. Everyone just calls me G.
The seventh
But-
letter.
Don't I call you Gerald? Are we on?
Are we on?
So what's good, fellas? Here we do it. What, episode 5? Just
Number
more
5.
practice with the same.
Yep.
thing.
Number
5 with live. Yeah. Quick shout out to the people that attended or just logged in during our little trial Insta Live with Sticky Fresh. That was fun. Like 10 minutes.
I got to
like
figure
5
it out. Yeah, about
Yeah.
5 minutes of nervousness and whatever I'm trying to figure it out. In due
Nervous.
time, when we get filthy at it, everybody can tune in for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely planning for a big live stream in maybe about a week or two. And that'll pretty much be our kickoff to just everything, just full blast. Here we are, because all this stuff is really, just a bunch of practice. Really, just making sure that the equipment's right, that we're talking about the right things, and then just the internet is okay, and we can articulate properly what we're trying to do. But yeah, it's been good so far. It's been fun. So what was good during the weekend?
Oh man,
What's
the
up,
weekend
E?
was
Tell me
cool,
about
man.
your weekend, bro.
My little weekend was cool. Went down to the pumpkin patch with the kids. I actually kind of liked it. First, I was like, "Oh man, is this even gonna be worth it?" I didn't see anything pulling up, but once we got in there, it started to liven up a little bit. I went to the corn maze. That's the only thing I wanted to do was go through the corn maze and see, if I could get out. It was actually pretty difficult, man. I had the kids in there. They had to go. They had to go pee. Yeah, mom was like, "Man, I gotta go pee, Dad." I was like, "Dude, you gotta hold that boy. We gotta make
what do you mean? What do you mean hold it?
hold it." But he ended up
They
going.
don't
So
hold
he,
it.
yeah,
Man,
no, he just went out.
you're in a
He just
corn
did his
maze.
thing.
Just pee on the corn.
And he did it when my back was turned. I didn't know he was bad. Daddy, I went already. I was like, "Oh, for real? Okay, go."
I would have been like, "Go! I got your back, kid."
Yeah. That's pretty much it, though, for me.
I mean, if it's your first time, yeah, it's live. It's whatever. It's just, I don't know. The second, third time, it's a little overrated for me, especially if it's raining. It's like, back in Washington, it was like it's raining, it's all muddy. You got the lack, or you got the freaking Escalade. You got
It hasn't
got-
been raining here though, Raymond. It hasn't been raining yet.
These kids with their boots and their wheelbarrows and dirty old pumpkins putting it in the ride. 3 different
know.
towels laid down in the trunk. Tell me I am wrong, parents.
Do they got pumpkin
That's pretty
patches in
accurate.
Texas?
I'm sure they do.
It's probably drier.
They got some, there's Kroger's.
Hella
There's a
dusty.
Kroger's.
We have Kroger's here also.
There's
Kroger
an
Market.
Albertsons.
Oh yeah, right outside. Huh? Hey
Nah.
kids, it's a pumpkin patch.
Nah, it's just.
But everything's bigger in Texas, though. So
Texas is just super big. It's a
Mhm.
region. It's not just. It's not even a state. It's a region. It's like 4 different states. Let's see. Texas is basically Seattle, Portland, Idaho, and chop off half of Montana. Just go and throw a little bit of Vegas in there.
Did you buy pumpkin?
Nah, we didn't.
See
I
what I'm
didn't want to
saying,
bring
man?
that home. There was no point. He was like,
It's too dirty.
Miles said he wanted to decorate the front.
He just wanted to.
Yeah, he just wants to do that. He wants to decorate the front, but not with no pumpkins. So I was like, I'm not carving no pumpkins this year. It's just so messy. And when you leave them out there, they have a lifespan of like 7 days, and they turn to mush.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with all that. Fruit flies everywhere. No, I'm good.
You guys decorate? You guys decorate the outside?
Not me.
Not
I
you.
did one year.
I just throw candy at
2017.
kids.
I took a bunch of what do you call that? Tablecloths, hung it in the front, made it all dark, had the black light on, just made the
Yeah,
kids
I like that.
grab it. Yeah,
That's-
just
I just-
go help yourself, man. I'm not gonna sit here and open the door and be like, "Oh, hand them out. I'm good with that.
No, I do that, so that's the fun part.
You be like, here, have some nuts.
No, okay. First of all, we can't even give out nuts to some of these kids out here. They'll come out and parents have to pull out the EpiPen and that'll be just it. Like, oh my god, I'm getting sued
Yeah,
now.
that's the worst.
Ugh.
You have a line of children just on the ground in your driveway. That guy, don't go to that house. This part of the decoration, they got really good decoration this year. Eric's really doing good things out here. Children laying down with EpiPens around them.
Zombie kids on the ground.
That's exactly it. That's part of the whole thing. Your kid becomes a zombie.
Parents crying. What is that? Miss Landry crying over there? Must be some really good candy. Let's leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, we put up balloons and stuff. I mean the blow up stuff. I got some lights.
You gotta send us
strobe
pictures?
lights.
Send us pictures later.
That's not good content, but I didn't put it up yet. It's not good content.
If you stand by it, it'll be good content. You're like, boo.
Stand by it.
Yeah.
Hey, boo.
Mabuhay. Oh, it is Filipino Heritage Month too. If you guys didn't know,
so real quick, Dallas Fort Worth, please, somebody comment on this pod or on our Insta and tell me that there's some Filipinos out there in the community, because I just don't be seeing anyone. And I asked, I met this dude at my bowling league. I bowl. I'm in a league, pretty good. And he said, and I asked him, I was like, is there a thing here? Because in Washington, they have Filipino festival. Is what Pista Sanayon. And there's community centers there and everything like that. And I asked him, I was like, yeah, do you guys do a pista or anything like that? Or festival? And he's like, oh, we hang out at my dad's house. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Pista at the dad's.
And he invited me one time. It was like, hey, a little last minute, but we're having a party, a bunch of Filipinos. We don't got the food, we don't got the pancit and adobo, but we got some of this. He sent me a picture, and I was like, man, that's Lao food, bro. I make that. My wife's Lao. I cook that. I was like, so yeah, DFW Filipinos, if there's a community festival or whatever, I want in. I'm certified. I mean, my sweater says it.
And if there's a festival, me and E will come down.
Yeah. Oh, real quick shout out to Tycoon. Tycoon hooked it up there. I got this about a couple years ago. Filipino certified. He does a custom. I think his Facebook is Cambodian certified or something like that. But yeah, peep his stuff. He does some custom stuff for you.
That's a nice
dope
sweater.
sweatshirts. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of hit ups for this thing. I'm gonna try to have him on a show. He also raps and he's got some nice stuff out there. I'll get him on a show one of these days. Real quick.
That's what's up, man. Big ups.
G, what you do? You stay home again? Nothing.
No, I went out. I took pictures. I took pictures in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
And I went to go buy another mic that didn't work out, that I had to return. So my weekend was chill.
Yeah, you look like you got a Sony Discman on. Remember the Discmans?
In time, player.
Oh, you could have turned that into a bar. Gee, with a disc, man. I ain't trying to diss, man. Oh.
All right, and that's our show.
Drop the mic.
Right,
drop the mic.
Nice to see you.
Drop your mic.
My bad.
No, that was a bar. That was a bar.
I get a little hard sometimes. I go hard.
Yeah, G is collecting footage for a series
something special.
Yeah, y'all stay out for that, because once we do kickoff, we're just gonna have a little live stream party and everything like that. We're gonna kick something off, and we're gonna start putting some stuff out there. And G and I are ramping up for some stuff, especially for the 206 and our era of 206. So y'all peep that out. There's gonna be some good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna call out some names, or maybe not. I don't know. Needs to sound some waivers for that one.
Well, fake names.
Yeah, we're gonna call this guy. His name rhymes with Tyson.
Tyson.
This is Tyson, and then that's Jarek Judah.
That'll be hella funny. Like, wait, hold on, I know that guy.
Yeah. and then that's at Lester Cheatry. Just we'll just call him. Shout out real quick to the folks that again joined us at the Instagram live. Double H, you know who you are. Cheese, you know who you are. I don't know who else is on there. I saw
Who else got
someone.
on?
Samad was out there. Nate, yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, we'll
see
make
me
it
through my
better.
troubles though, so don't judge us.
Mm. But yeah, so we really don't have a lot of sports to talk about for Seattle, but we can talk about them Cowboys that just stunk it up on Monday. Like, bro,
I saw that. I was like, oh
Dallas
my
is
god.
hurting, man.
Dak. Oh,
I'm telling you, man.
That's your guys' a quarterback out there, man. I don't know about that.
I was
bruh.
telling my son, I was like, if you do the math, the score was what, 42-10?
It's just one game.
They lost to AZ, bro.
Yeah, they
Oh,
lost
that
to
gets
AZ.
the.
They're done.
They got
Their
clown
season
by
might be
AZ.
done.
They play Seattle, right? They play us, right?
So check out Seattle's gauntlet, like around the Thanksgiving time.
Here or there.
They play San Fran. They play Dallas Thanksgiving. San Fran again.
Is it a home game or at your place?
No, it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas.
You gotta no, it's a holiday. You gotta try to go to
Nah,
the
I
game.
wouldn't do that. Even if it wasn't, I still wouldn't go. I like watching it with my boys. I'm not gonna sit there and it's expensive.
You're right. You're right. It'd be chill at home.
No, it's better to watch it at home. You sit there and we'll just have a little party or something like that. And then after San Fran's, they play Philly. I mean, check that out. The easiest game could possibly be Dallas in that series, in that 4-game stretch. So they're not being very nice to the Hawks. But Dallas is struggling right now. Dak gave up 3 picks.
Damn,
I think San Fran turned that into 21 points. So if you turn that around, if you get half of those 21 points, that makes it a 20 to 21 game. That's just plain math. So Dak, you messing up, boy.
What's the record?
I don't even know. I think they're like
they only won 2 games.
3-2 or something like that. I think they're 3-2.
Oh, that's not bad. They're still over 5.
I mean, they'll be fine, but then they see us, they see the Hawks, and the Hawks aren't. They're not playing around either.
Who do we play next?
Bengals.
Cincy?
Bengals woke up too. Bengals woke up. You see, Burrow started dancing around back there, and he started sliding around and everything like that. So he's ready.
Who they play this weekend? I didn't catch that many football.
I don't remember. I just know Jamar went nuts.
I only really watch when the Hawks play. So if the Hawks don't play, I don't watch football, and then I just check my fantasy from here and there.
Yeah, they are actually not that bad.
What's on Facebook? What you looking at? You on Facebook?
I'm looking at the Cowboy.
Still on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook from time to time.
For family purposes, I am. I was looking at the Cowboys record.
What are they? They're 2-3. 3-2.
Second.
Ask Siri, bro.
Well, we're like, I was letting you guys conversate while I look at it.
Okay, conversate. So is that a word? Because I know we've been using it for decades. Is conversate really a word?
Conversate or conversation?
Yeah. Conversate, like to have a conversation.
They're
I know
3-2.
Converse is a word.
Mm-hmm. I don't know conversate. I've never really used conversate. Really, to think about it.
Yeah, I've heard.
We were having conversations. We were conversating.
It means engage in conversation.
Conversate? That's
Oh, you looked it up? Is that what it says?
Yeah,
All right, cool. He just had to make sure we're good.
Wow. Gerald is angry. He woke up and chose violence today. He's like, yeah, bro. Like, you just it's the activities that's going around in all the major cities right now that's getting you all riled up, G. There's a lot of negativity and
there is
the downer part.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, man.
I don't know what you're
There's
talking
just
about.
a lot of shit that is going down.
There's a lot going down.
not even behind the scenes. It's all over media. Everybody's talking about it. It's happening here. I'm pretty sure it's happening in every other state right now. That's in, engaged with what's going on, and it's kind of sad to see because this has actually been something that's been going on for decades, right? So now it's just being blown up just because you know what time it is.
Like I told you last week's episode, I was like, we got to talk about this because my timeline is getting a little crazy here, and it's election season, and we're about a
Mhm.
little over a year. 2020 was wild, but the way this is popping off right now, woo, we got two wars happening right now in the world. Two
It's crazy, man.
wars. And guess who's funding it? Coming out of our pockets to put some stuff out there. I don't mean to be negative, but that's reality.
That's
know?
crazy. People didn't see that shit coming. They should have saw that shit coming.
Yeah. So if you guys
Just
don't
like
know, I mean, you sometimes people just look back on these episodes and they don't know exactly what's going on until you tell them exactly what's going on. But yeah, right now a lot of stuff going on in Israel and Gaza and the Hamas and Palestine and it's carrying over in the U.S. and a lot of the other countries. And people are standing the ground. There's some very, very passionate Middle Eastern folks, and when it comes down to religion, when it comes down to beliefs, when it comes down to just what you've known ever since you were as a child and that's embedded in you, that's deep. That's deep. So it don't matter where you are when things brew up like that and it's just ingrained in you. It's gonna kick in, and I can I can't be upset about how they're handling it right now, anywhere in the world, but just because that's again it's part of their DNA, it's part of their strain. But at the same time, it's gonna be rough times, ladies and gents.
strap on that seatbelt, man. It's about to be a crazy ride. Hopefully, it's
Mm-hmm.
not too crazy. Man, just to think about what's happening or what I saw on social media already. It's happening here in Kirkland, right? It just
I saw
that
that.
whole thing. There are peaceful protests goes on to be a little bit kind of crazy and a little bit of chaos happening. People snatching each other's flags, stepping on it, spitting in each other's faces. It
Yep.
just can't. It's just to be in that situation and that kind of impact towards them. It's just I don't know if I could ever feel that way. That's just something that they,
No.
like you said, it's in their DNA. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. You can't relate. You can't relate,
yeah,
and
I
you
can't
also
relate.
understand, like, there's just the way, there's levels of like just being civilized, and there's levels of just approaching certain things, and there's all and if you, especially Kirkland, that area is just, it's always been super chill. It's like middle to upper class and everything like that,
Yeah.
and you're going to behave accordingly to that type of a community. But at the same time, if you're going to be dealing with something this, we're just in the very beginnings of it. So if you're going to be dealing with something this hot blooded, and what's going to be happening soon, and if you're not fully understanding what you're out there supporting and or what you're not supporting, and somebody comes at you and they're coming in, it's like, you don't understand, this is like, I seen people on the ground, and children and this, and then like wife and kids and everything, and you don't know how to speak to that, then it gets a little hairy. Yeah, this is next level. To be very honest with you, I think this can get very next level George Floyd, just because you're talking about, again, some very, very passionate, hurt people. Yeah. I don't know enough to take a side either one of there. I can just only take a seat and pray. It's just time to pray.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what we got to do is really,
Mhm.
hold your family close. Say your blessings or whatever. Say thank you for all that that's coming in. Because man, other people around the world right now, they're suffering. There's that earthquake that just happened. Also, you hear about that?
Yeah,
Twenty-five
4.5.
thousand people. Yeah. Oh, it's at 4.5 now.
Oh, no, no, no. Are you
Oh,
talking about
no,
Seattle's
Seattle.
earthquake?
No, Seattle had an earthquake, but we had a bigger earthquake that was in Afghanistan that
Oh,
killed
is there
almost
was?
2,500 people.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
that's
Go ahead.
crazy. It's just the world right now. It's crazy. We just don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With all this stuff that's we see right now that's in front of us.
Yeah, it's wild right now. It's very wild right now, and it's hard. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to just basically stay positive if you are really in the trenches and actually trying to follow all this stuff. I mean, there's on one hand you've got Ukraine still going on, Ukraine and Russia going on. You got on the other hand you got Israel and Hamas in Palestine, and then on the other hand you've got the border issue right now, which is, by the way, Biden recently decided to. It's like, you know what, we're going to actually have to start building.
Hmm.
In addition to this thing, I mean, he folded. He's out there verbally saying that during my administration, we're not going to build another foot. Otherwise, he started selling the parts, but then now, I mean, it's time. It's time to extend that.
Hmm.
And then you're dealing with just the local stuff, just the effects of the migrants. And so if you put that all together, and plus it's at the same time you're dealing with what's important to you and just making your ends meet, it really messes with you, man.
Hmm.
Really messes with you. So it's hard. But let's see if we can pull out of that in this episode, just because this isn't what's good.
Yeah, no, for real.
Okay.
That was good. So let's take a moment and just pray. Be like, hey, do it.
Yeah, but so like during the weekend, actually, I was out and about, just just doing a little bit of social stuff. Went to a birthday party and had some positive feedback about the show. There's a couple of times where I heard, like, from across the parking lot, someone says, "Hey, cold rice." I'm like, "Whoa, hey, how are you?"
That's dope.
That felt kind of good, and we haven't really put ourselves out there, but it's nice to get that positive feedback. A friend of mine actually asked, you what exactly do you see as your niche, as your as cold rice's niche, or as what's good's niche? Because and I haven't really thoroughly explained exactly what cold rice is and everything like that, and how that kind of just plays out. But we'll do that in another episode. But as far as was good, we kind of just rounded it out to what was it? It's midlife hype beast social conspiracy theorism. Hashtag
So,
that.
sounds about right. Sounds
We're
like
gonna live
us.
with that. Yeah. So basically, us being midlife boys, still dealing, and we're still hype beasts to a certain extent. But the budget kind of controls that nowadays. And then just trying to stay social, and at the same time, with us diving into what's quote unquote conspiracy theorisms, which is also just basically trying to address the stuff that's being glossed over, doing a little bit of
Hmm.
a deeping into that, deeper digging, digger deeping. Uh, that's the Filipino side. I told you I'm certified, man.
He just proved it
Yeah.
right there. He's very certified Filipino over
so
there.
so you,
That's
hey Raymond, you don't got no like Filipino restaurants or stores out there?
okay. There's a store in Fort Worth. It's a Filipino store. It's a Filipino grocery store. It's a smaller place. It's called Van Tran. I'm not playing with you. Look it up. Fort Worth, Van Tran.
Van
And
Tran
then
Filipino.
there's I think it's a food truck. It's called Oberdare. I still haven't gone there. It's Oberdare somewhere, but I haven't really
Mhm.
gone. But that's it, bro. They really don't have Filipino. The only Filipino food down here is in my house.
You're definitely not gonna find a
I throw
pizza out
down.
there. Then you're not gonna find no
Nah,
pizza out there.
I think they had one in Plano, which is north of Dallas. So Dallas and Fort Worth are your main cities. That's why you got your Dallas, Fort Worth, DF Dub, and then you've got the sub what do you call it? So the suburbs. Basically, you've got your Planos, Frisco's, Hazlitt, Keller, and all that stuff. Just their surroundings, and they're basically very smaller cities, to the point where they decided to say, it's just one big metroplex. You drive around here, and you don't really stop seeing cities. It's like a huge Seattle over here. It really is. So yeah, it's there's a place in Plano that celebrated it. Unfortunately, I found out like 2 days too late. I think they did something. I don't know. Maybe it was AI maybe posting some stuff. Who knows? E, are you sleeping?
No, I'm just listening. But
I
I
heard.
was thinking about other stuff over the weekend too. What was I thinking about? Oh my god. Stuff that was trending on social media. Like all
Mm,
the homies right now are on this app that's like a because you were talking about AI, right? So like it takes your picture and it puts you in the 90s yearbook. And I'm just looking at all these pictures posted on social media and everybody's using a single app just to, get their image done so they can post or whatever. And my girl was like, "Why are people doing that? Are you gonna do it?" I was like, "Hell no, I'm not gonna do it." She goes, "Why?" I go, "Man, they're just trying to steal my face so they could use it on some AI robot in the future, man. I'm good with that."
yeah. You don't think they've already done it? I mean, come on, man. People are doing these like
They
back
got it.
years back. Everybody doing these little challenges, just putting their face on TikTok. They're doing all these things. They've already got it.
They got
They've
it.
already
Yeah,
got
they
it.
got it because I
I mean, they're
I
gonna
ain't
do
gonna
whatever they
lie.
want.
I was on an
The-
app. I did that little thing too, so they got it
yeah,
out
you
there.
did. Yeah, you did. E.
If you have
I don't
clear,
even.
but if you have clear, they have everything. They have your iris. They have
Oh yeah,
fingerprints. They
yeah.
have everything. Clear
I
has
got
everything.
I got clear. They
Yeah,
got
so
everything.
they got everything they need from you for sure.
I ain't even
Yeah,
tripping. Come get
Yeah.
it.
But the whole
yeah,
AI thing, it's pretty cool because there's some, you see some of the homies on there participating in a little challenge. It's like, okay, kind of look like you, kind of don't.
I could just post my '90s pictures
We seen it. Didn't you have that on your story not too long ago?
from high school. My high school picture.
You did like a collage of Gerald. Even your ID was posted on there.
Oh yeah, but I
no,
didn't.
it's
I
got
didn't.
put
I
his
didn't.
social
I,
security number and everything.
I didn't put my high school. My high school picture was in there.
There's my
Yeah.
blood type. Take it all.
Hmm.
It was just pictures.
Can you imagine like what realistically once they collect? It's basically harvesting just your face and everything like that, and just what what would they use it for? Like, and what's the worst that could happen just to us individually if they started using that?
I guess
Eventually,
framing a person probably the worst. Like
nah. It goes. It gets.
I
assassination.
see that.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm,
pin an assassination on just some random dude.
blackmail. It's like here is this was Gerald doing some lewd activity in the park
But
as a high schooler. Look at
Yo,
these
that's so crazy because that face swap that they're doing is just getting so good.
son getting really good.
It's starting to look so real. And then the other thing is they're cloning people probably already. You already know that. You see Kanye. I had this conversation with Ray not too long ago. I was like, is that Kanye? It can't be. It just looks way off. And then we think about who else got into Jamie Foxx. Is that the real Jamie? I don't know. People are tripping. I don't know. Who else they say? Kevin Hart, because he did get into that crazy accident. Do you guys know how crazy that accident was, and for him to
Yeah,
survive that?
I mean,
yeah.
what? He's little. If he was
I
a
don't
bigger
know.
person,
We don't know. I'm just saying.
he'd probably die.
AI collective
I don't know
heart
why
disease.
everyone is tripping on Allen Iverson, man.
What's going on with AI? I haven't heard anything.
You guys been talking about him the whole
Is he
time.
cloned?
Oh, this guy.
You get it later, Raven.
I have no clue. And that's our show, folks. Now I think it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy with this AI thing. And it's the wild thing is like now here's the progression. Here we are.
Mhm.
Just it's been a crazy like 30 years. Isn't that wild? You started with the internet and all of a sudden we AI.
Oh, shit, that
Isn't
is
that
crazy, man.
wild?
30 years.
30 years of just crazy progression. We were like if you take a look back 30 years ago, it was Stone Age compared to what the heck we were doing right now.
Pretty much Stone Age,
Yeah,
yeah.
we had pagers to
Mhm.
like this right here basically would be like compared to compared to 100 computers, strongest
30,
computers back then.
30 years
Yeah, back in the
ago.
day. Yeah, back in the day, man, computers were not really shit. You know what
No,
I'm
they
saying?
were they had
Or
like
cell phones.
I mean they were still DOS back then. Remember
Mhm.
coding back then? It was like okay, you would sit there in front of computers like parentheses up, comma, right, down, and then you would code it, and you'd have this freaking arrow that just goes like this. And
Yeah.
then now I'd be like, okay, hold on, let me just face swap.
Yeah, right.
Freaking
Yeah,
crazy.
it's so easy. Let me just take a picture and put it on this person's body, and now you
Yeah.
could just do because already the
Yeah.
code is already there. Somebody's worked on it. AI probably did it, and just calculated everything. And boom, there it is in
I mean,
seconds.
back just exactly what we're doing right now. I mean,
Mhm.
this is pure Justin stuff.
Yeah,
Right now, we're
chat.
putting
That's it. Chat
But
GPT. I use that all the time too
to
now
even
since I
to even
downloaded
think
it.
of to even think about it, 10 years ago when I moved to Vegas, there was FaceTime wasn't a thing yet, so I didn't really like. Not like now. I be talking to my parents all the time on
Mhm.
Right,
FaceTime, but back
FaceTime.
then there was nothing.
The thing with FaceTime though, people still are just all they're all still looking somewhere else, and they don't want to look at you. You're looking at a ceiling half of the time. I see my kids when they FaceTime with their friends. It's like well, you're looking at the ceiling. It's like you're looking at the ceiling too. It's like
Yeah.
that's
Mine's
how
gonna just have me
kids
on
FaceTime.
speakerphone.
I'm like,
It's
bro,
just
Just
hold
like
on
it,
speakerphone.
no
hold it
eye
steady,
contact.
bro, hold it steady, and look at the phone.
So when you're FaceTime with your parents, are you looking straight at them, like pupil to pupil? Like, mom, mom,
I
I'm
am.
coming home.
My mom be like this.
Yeah. See,
But I'd be straight. I'd be like, Mom, I would hold the phone in front of you, Mom.
I know you're looking at something else.
I'm laughing because my mom's the same way. That's so
Right?
funny. It's
Right?
like, why you calling me? Just call me if you're gonna do all this. I'm like looking at your nose, like, what are you showing me now? It's like I'm looking
My
at this part and up. It's hilarious.
my mom's not like my mom's actually not like that. But the weirdest thing with my mom's phone is it's always the blurriest reception in the world. I'm like, man, you're using 5G, but it's just I can barely see her. She's choppy. I was like, is that even her? I'm like, what in the like? It doesn't make sense. There's always something off when the elderly older people are like FaceTime with you. Either they're not doing it right or they're just not doing it right.
Oh, just talking about my mom, all this stuff. So I showed her what we're doing with this whole podcast thing. That's what I hung
Mhm.
out with my mom over the weekend.
Mm,
We cleaned my
dope.
dad's site. We had lunch, and I talked about this podcast. She goes, "Oh, you're in a podcast?" And I showed her, and she's watching it. She goes, "Mom, that's me." She goes, "Oh, that's you?" And I go, "And that's Gerald." "Oh, that's Gerald. Is he still shy?"
She know
I go,
me.
"Yeah, this one.
She
Look,
know
Pretty
me.
if you
much.
watch this
She know
episode,
me,
you'll
Mom.
you'll see how shy he is,
She
Mom."
know me.
But she's hilarious. She's like, "Oh, that's you?" I was like, "Man, you don't even know what your own son look like." Oh man, I'm out of here. Give me my phone, and my phone died, so the whole
I
thing
wonder
got
how
But,
shut
they
off. I'm
really
like,
feel. I
good.
wonder if they really think this is like, oh my god, he's famous.
but she
He should.
remember me as a little kid being shy.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like, oh yeah, Jesus, still quiet, man. You see this whole episode, he didn't say nothing.
Oh. So,
So is that really like just the top thing going on? Like that AI was like the number one trending thing.
Yeah,
The
that
high
yearbook
school thing.
thing.
Yeah, the
Everybody was
yearbook one.
doing it. Yeah,
I didn't
I
even
was like,
do it.
what? What is this? Yeah, I'm not doing
Nah,
it.
I'm good.
I don't want to look like I'm back in the '90s, anyways. So it's
Are
all
people
good.
just thirsty or they just want to belong? Because
Ooh, damn, that's a. I don't know if they
it's
want to
just
belong or they're thirsty. Maybe they're thirsty because they want to belong.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm thinking if I did it, it would just been for fun.
Just for fun. Yeah.
It was for nothing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
But
just
I
being.
mean, like I said, like whenever I
Did you
look
do
at
it, G?
those, no, I
Did you
just
do it?
we had great pictures when we were in high school.
I think like here. I think the curiosity would probably like if I found out because I honestly didn't hear about it, but I was like, okay, if I found out, I'd be curious to see, and I'd look at it as, oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, that is me.
All
I
you
don't
need
know
have been
about
like,
posting it.
oh
Uh
shit.
oh, G's gone. I don't know about posting it. Uh oh, AI got G. Hey, let's replace G with an AI image. I don't know what happened. It's just oh 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 oh.
What the fuck?
Dude.
That's
Sorry,
our show.
Yeah,
sorry.
there you go. Just a bunch of random shit today. All
So
right.
what was that? What was the one the other stuff trending? Is there? I got nothing. I got nothing to bring to the table. I'm just kind of trying to see what
Oh,
y'all
the
was doing.
bed bugs in Paris. You
Ooh,
guys hear about that?
They said it was everywhere, like in the Eiffel Tower.
Everywhere. Everywhere. So how is that? Where's that coming from? Where do bed
hold on,
bugs
hold
come
on.
from?
Cut
My mom
that.
was talking about this too. So
cut
she was
this
like,
real quick.
"They suck
If
your
they
blood." I
said
was like, "What?"
if they says everywhere it's at the Eiffel Tower, Eiffel Tower is like why would we care if it's at the Eiffel Tower? Eiffel Tower is metal. There's
It's
bed bugs at the
inside,
Eiffel Tower.
That's what
Who's
they
inside
at
of
the
a
said.
Eiffel Tower
place.
looking to see? Oh crap, there's bed bugs there. It's probably gonna get destroyed. It's like, what do you
Bed
mean?
bugs. Right before the Olympics too, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. They got to get rid of everything, got to burn everything, got to the whole city got to get torched up. I don't know.
They get rid of
They got to
everyone.
get rid of everything and everyone that's probably in their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was saying, sucking their blood. I don't know what she said that, but it's gross.
Bed bugs in
That's
Paris.
nasty.
That's like that Jay-Z Kanye remix.
Yeah, it do sound like a title.
Dun, 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 dun,
bed,
dun.
bu- bed bugs in Paris.
Yeah, bed bugs in Paris, baby. There you
Bed
go.
bugs in Paris. So, but
Man,
I got no input in that. It's like bed and in Paris, get your stuff together.
yeah, that's
That's
gross,
just,
man. Bed
that's
bugs.
It's
nasty.
Ugh.
it ain't it's not the Paris that you knew back then. That's all like love and romance.
You
Paris,
got to
The
throw.
whole
Paris
movie
is not
Paris.
it.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Paris ain't it no more, man.
You got to
My
throw that
mom went
shit
down there
away.
again. Hey, my mom's popular on this topic. Well, she's been to Paris not too long ago. She was telling me, he's like, oh, it's so dirty. They got graffiti everywhere. It smells like
Yep,
piss. I was just like, man, that's like New York.
yep, yep. Subways, people like just garbage all over the place. I seen just a lot of footage. I actually have a friend over there, and he posts once in a while on Twitter, and he
Mhm.
just walk. He's like, I'm gonna just walk around, take a look at this, and I was like, what in the world is good with Paris? And I mean, we can point fingers at what's going down over there, but it's just it is what it is.
It is
And I
what it
think
is.
that's like a lot of people like Paris before and still to this day is pretty known for being rude to tourists, and that's because tourists really don't treat their city all that well. I mean, I think it's mostly a lot of France like that too.
Mhm.
But look what happened. There's a reason why they wanted to conserve a lot of their areas there. So I don't know. Good luck, Paris. So that's where
Yeah.
the Olympics is gonna happen, right?
2024 Paris
Summer, summer, or winter.
summer. Because they're gonna
Okay.
have they're gonna have basketball and everything. So it's gonna be one of the
Mm.
bigger ones. They're gonna have the whole breakdancing in the Olympics this year and
Ooh,
stuff like.
is that finally gonna
Mm,
kick off?
It's kicking off.
you're
Yeah.
right. You're
Mm.
right.
Yep. You know,
G, how you feel about that?
yeah, Paris is big on that, right, G?
G, how you feel about b-boying as an Olympic sport?
I
We
don't
can go
know.
into independent with this.
That's kind of. I don't know. I
I'll
think
give it a
I,
I'll give it a view.
I think I've been out of breakdancing too long to give that a view.
I'll give it a view. No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
gonna have
want to
to
see how
watch
they
that. That
run
might
it.
be dope. I think that's gonna be really dope.
I
No,
just want to see how they
I'll
run it,
watch
how
it.
they score it.
Yeah, yeah. See how
Oh,
that
that's
goes.
right. Yeah, how they gonna judge
What's
it?
his name? What's his name? That one of the b boys. I forgot his name.
We're never gonna come up with it. Hong Ten,
No, one of the ones that
Taisuke,
made it for USA. I
insert
forgot.
hella dope b-boy
I
here.
forgot his name. I
Bryson,
forgot
the
his name.
Massive Monkeys.
It's gonna
Shout
be
out
good.
That'd be
Bryson.
dope.
Is it Free Boogie? Alfredo? No? Okay, well, those are the dopest
Somebody.
b-boys I know.
I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, they got
But yeah,
skateboarding. They have all the sports going covered this
that's
summer
changing up.
Paris 2024. It's
I
changing.
heard I heard the greatest boxer of all time wanted to box as and represent his country
Who, Manny?
as as a fighter and win a gold medal for his country, and that would be his final fight. I
Can he
think
do that?
I saw something about that.
Manny
Yeah, I
Can
mean
he do
Pacquiao?
that?
you got pros like going. I mean,
Go?
if you're representing your country, you go out there.
I
It's
didn't
just
know.
that the U.S. puts amateur fighters in there just because they feel like that's that level. But I read somewhere. I'll follow up with that one. I'm not making things up. I read somewhere, but it might be clickbait.
Might be clickbait.
Imagine Manny just in there, just just
Oh
40 year
man,
old
it's
40
messed
year
up,
old
man.
freaking Rottweilers for calves, Manny Pacquiao, just
Yeah,
knocking these young men out, just tagging them up. Pop, 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 pop.
that is funny.
Manny's crazy.
Man, what
Would
if
you
that
want to
was
see
true
that?
though? Damn, I might want to see that though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want to see that? He's sitting here just
Yeah,
tapping these young men.
yeah, hell yeah. Fuck
These
it.
young men.
So I'm gonna go out beating everybody ass. I'm about to be the world's greatest. F that. You know what I'm saying? And just go out there and beat everybody up. That'd be
Yeah.
it.
and then the next day score a triple double.
For real.
Manny's the
Play
goat.
for, you play for the basketball team too, Team Philippines, and then you got Team Boxing. He's tight.
Yes,
All right, go ahead, do
yes.
you, Manny? I love you,
No,
man. Put it down.
he's about,
Filipino certified Manny Pacquiao.
he's about to do weightlifting, javelin. Fuck, screw it. Let's go, Manny.
For real, just do it all, man. Make us
So bed
proud.
bugs in Paris.
All right, Bucks in Paris. Man,
What's
that's
number
crazy.
3? Let's talk about number 3.
Oh, we got the media. NBA did a whole their media day. You guys see Jimmy Butler? He's trending. Yeah, see, he's
Yeah.
trending. He came out there and gave us the emo look, man. He had the hair
What
down, the
was that?
piercings. I don't know. Media
Did he
stuff, media
explain
day.
that?
Just
Did they
clowning. I
talk
don't
to him?
know. Yeah, he was just being hella emo. He was just quiet, didn't say much.
Well,
He's like, "What's
last
his look?" He's like, "Emo."
last year with his pictures, he had dreads,
He's normal. That was normal.
like long. No, like they changed his picture on the NBA because they didn't like it.
Oh, really? What? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how they gonna change your image if that's who you want to be and what you want to look like?
They picked like an older picture.
Dang, what is going on with
See, that's fucked
like
up.
NBA
So
fashion and looks is just wild, man.
they'll probably do that to this picture too that he took.
Yeah.
Just imagine starting five. You see Jimmy Butler's picture.
Imagine
Emo.
having to guard this dude.
It'd be hella funny, man.
You can't
Like
even take you seriously.
every time he tries to post you up, his hair is just waving in your face. Like, wait, he's looking like Tom Chambers, black
Mm-hmm.
Tom Chambers. What is
Hey,
going on with Jimmy? It's
man,
all
he's
right.
50. He's
He's a
he's
great
dope
man.
though, man. He's trying to get
He
that
is.
ring, but I don't know if that's how he's gonna do. He's just gonna emo his way into a championship.
He's just sad that Dame didn't end up in Miami, so that's why he got the hair down. That's
Yeah,
his like.
this was his last year picture.
Oh dang! Yeah. Oh, they didn't use that.
Is that him?
That's his last year picture.
He looked
Oh
like one of them
dang!
mumble rappers.
They ended up using another one with his haircut.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't. I saw it. I reacted to it, and I was like, "All right, well, that's Jimmy Butler."
Jimmy, man, that's it, huh? Emo, piercings, just doing him. It's cool. It's all right. He's funny. I think he's a funny guy. I like dude.
What makes him funny? I don't really know Jimmy Butler all that well on the personal level. I mean, we haven't really kicked it. So what makes him funny?
Oh, his personality on camera when he's just clowning with his teammates. It's more of his grind was what I see, especially when they played against the Lakers in the bubble. Like he gave them his all and all that stuff and seriousness. He just lifted all, all on the court. But like behind like basketball and stuff like that, he's out there with the people clowning around. It's hella funny with his teammates. Stuff like that, hip to everything. I
mean,
think
he
he's
balls out. I'll give him that. I just haven't really seen a lot of his personality, but
He's
yeah.
I
solid.
don't watch a lot of. Don't watch
He
a lot of
needs another
basketball.
superstar. He's not gonna win a championship without anyone else.
You think so?
Yeah, he need more people on that team.
He disappeared
got?
in that series, though. Tell me he didn't.
Tell me if they had one more superstar, they might have won the championship.
Yeah.
I didn't see a whole lot of Jimmy Butler in that series though until
See?
like the second half of the last game. Now you can't tell me that. What's number 4? E.
That was 4.
That was 4. What's number 5?
I think 3 and 4, like all the other stuff was covered. We talked about the war. That's going on. That should have been like number 1 trending.
That should be the only one. Like what else is trending?
And then Drake. So that's 5 right there. All that stuff happened over the weekend. That's trending last week.
Okay.
Drake.
What's the review? You listen to it. I listen to it.
I listened to it a little bit. I feel like it's a little slow. If you're like cleaning the house and stuff like that, you can have it playing in the background. If you're feeling some type of way, you want to get in your feels and you can play Drake. That's how I feel about it. But some of the beats do go hard though. My car was, with the bass, it's just tight.
Yeah.
But no, to me, I give it like out of 5 mics, probably like 2.5, almost 3.
Yeah, that's mid as hell.
Hella
No, my
mid.
son was
Yeah.
looking forward to it so much. Kept talking about, oh, it's Drake's about to drop. Drake's about to drop, and then they postponed it. They moved it, and then he was like, oh, it's about to drop. And then all of a sudden it dropped. They had that listening party, and then it dropped, and I listened to it the next day, and I just found myself just next. Oh, I heard that before. Oh, I heard that type of melodic, Drake before. It felt like 5 albums ago Drake, and he tried to revisit it and try to come back in. I understand the beats are a little bit better, and they do hit, but it's just I was expecting next level Drake, like lyrical. I know what he can do as a smooth singer at that particular level, right?
Mhm.
He can produce a nice song. But I wanted to hear next level Drake. I'm gonna take over Drake, but he didn't do that. Couple tracks that was hot. Like there was that one track he called a lot of people out. But then if you're going to put out a track like that and sing the rest of the freaking albums, like I then
Yeah, there was a lot of singing, right? There's a lot of
there
singing
was
in
I
there.
don't know what he was really trying to do with this. I don't know
I
what the
think
agenda was.
your light fell. E.
No, I put it there. 23 tracks, 17 of them is in top 20 in the Billboard right now, though. Believe it or not, people are out there really listening to it and feeling it. I get it.
How many tracks?
We might be, middle-aged high beast
23.
and not hit, to what's in right now, the tone of music. But
You gotta expect
17
more
out
though.
of 20 top Billboard.
I'm a rap purist, and you got to go hard. And Drake has that ability.
Mhm.
A lot of his freestyles, like when he's out there and he's freestyling, and on these guests, and he's featuring, he goes crazy. And then when you go with your album, and then all of a sudden you're singing, it's like I want to see next. There's a
Yeah.
lot of singers out there, bro. You need to take over. It's the culture right now is at a lull. I don't see anyone trying to grab that mic, and he should be the one. But I don't know. Good
Yeah.
job, Drake. 17 out of 23, top 10 or
Top
top
20.
20.
That's the crazy thing, man. Believe it or not, I just think there's a reason why he's up there. And I'm not gonna go deep in no dive. Actually, man, I'm gonna talk about it. So
He
there's this agenda,
he's
right?
in the darkness.
Yeah,
He's
we're
got
gonna
his
get a
lights
little bit
down, and he's
crazy,
ready to go
whatever.
dark.
So there's this thing, right, that they're pushing. I don't know if you guys heard about it. The like little Knox and little Nas X agenda, and it's basically
Ozzy?
pushing the Nazis vibes out there, the devil worshiping and all that stuff, and
Mm.
painting your nails or whatever. And they're all saying it's all because of the Illuminati. It's like, hey, if you want to be part of us and you want to see yourself at a different level, you're gonna have to push these agendas, right? So if you look at Drake, he's painting his nails. He got the rainbow colored things on his hair, the clips and stuff like that. And I don't know if they're just putting it out there for people who are trying to figure it out to be like, oh man, that's weird, but really there's like a deep meaning to all of that. So he's probably really trying to excel onto a whole different level by using the
So
help of the Illuminatis or whatever. That's what I'm saying. But
okay.
that's the
They
whole
think
agenda.
you think they're just putting them out there like with this particular theory. Do you think
Mhm.
they're controlling him, putting him out there, his image to manipulate people? It's like because I know Lil Nas was out there. I mean, I'll tell you this. It's like he got that boy had some tracks, but then the video started getting crazy, and I was like, and then I banned it from my household. I just couldn't have that.
Yeah.
This dude was in jail doing the splits with a bunch of other dudes in the background. I'm like, you know, your your preference is cool. You do whatever you need to do, but it just didn't. It wasn't really translating well to what I want in my household. Like
Hmm.
on my TV, I got like a 80 something inch, and if that thing's on TV and I see like 5 dudes in a jail cell doing the splits and bouncing, it's like we're gonna have at what during dinner time. It's like we're gonna have to change the channel, children.
Yeah, nah, for real. I don't listen to that
No, so
stuff. I don't like hearing it just because of that. I'm not very religious, but I know what I want around me, that energy. I don't want
yeah,
that dark energy in my house that they're over here showcasing Satan and stuff like that and
yeah,
vibing with him, like Doja Cat,
yeah.
Sam Smith. All them people right now are just all into that. Little Uzi. all them. It's just like the music turned grunge, and that's okay. I mean, if that's what they're trying to go for, because we get it. Like we come from over here, Seattle, right? We see that around. We see the hard rock, the grunge, and stuff like that, and 666 and all that, whatever. But now they're trying to push it on. To me, I feel like they're trying to push it on the youth,
I
and
mean, is there
having.
really a subculture in the music right now to where it would turn like they don't want to make it religious to begin with? As far you get a lot of people getting like kind of quieted or in some areas even
Mhm,
canceled and pulled if they are a little bit too religious, just in the Catholic religion or whatever additional religions that you want to put out there. They get a
mhm,
little controlled out there and you get your music pulled. But then if you put this, I guess you would consider Satanism as an actual religion itself and it's being front page or like, it's being pushed out there.
mhm.
Shouldn't that also be considered? I mean, to begin with, I didn't know that was even really a subculture, but it is actually now that you say it, I mean, it's all over the place. You can really
Yeah,
see it. A lot of
yeah,
like Sam Smith's performance, and I forget which one it was, and it was all really dark, and it was just really like it was all red. And this isn't a major award show,
yeah. I think that was
where
the
yeah,
Grammys.
I mean the kids are like this. These are the fans. These are the kids. Usually the kids,
Mhm,
your class is maybe about like 10 to about 23-year olds are actually watching this thing. And maybe some older folks, maybe some us, some midlife hype beasters watching this thing, but we quickly would turn that down just because I just can't relate. It's like
nah.
why are we turning to this?
Yeah, that kind of don't get no play here at my house for sure. That's me. I just feel a type of way. Just I'm more towards the light instead of seeing the darkness and whatever. But yeah, that's what they're out there. And you're right. You talk about any kind of religion, any kind of Catholicism or whatever Christianity,
Hmm.
you get kicked out of school for that. They don't want that. They don't want you
Yeah.
talking about God. But as soon as the devil comes on, we just want to showcase and blast them all over the place. But I guess it's that war, that balance that we're going to be going through. And I was talking to somebody not too long ago about like this whole holy war and stuff like that that's happening. And he believes it's getting close to the rapture. Like we said a while ago, man, we should really sit down and grab our families, hold them close and pray, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And it just feels like now everything is coming to light and, it's being put in front of us. Like, you got to make a choice. What are you going to do?
What you think, G? Where does Little Nasty X rank in your and the new Drake look rank in your family?
I don't even watch that shit.
Yeah. It's not even I don't even have it in the car. Whenever it comes on, I removed it from all the Spotify playlists and everything like that. I just don't. It's just if
It's
you
not my
allow
taste,
that to
man.
enter, yeah, if you it's just not even a good thing to create a foundation with if you can't if you don't agree with it and if you can't build on top of it, if you refuse to build on top of it, why even allow it to enter your household? That's just me. And imagine our parents back then when we were listening to freaking Dre, freaking Easy, and all them guys, Pac, and sitting there, and we were sitting there sagging and dressing all this crazy with our flannels, flags coming out of our pockets. They must have
Hmm.
been looking at us like, "What in the world is happening?" They're probably feeling the same way,
Yeah.
exactly the same way. If they had podcasts back then, I think my dad would have just been like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these people. My son is okay. What are
they
you
are a
doing?"
lot. They are a lot weirder now.
But then now
Yeah, it
it's
is
back
weird.
then. Now it's more like I don't know. It's just, it's more sexual, like sexualized in your face. Like I just seen Megan and Cardi scissoring on the TV, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And you got that on the TV, and at the same time, you want to cancel, just
Oh
just the
man,
most basic
oh,
type of song. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it, man.
I don't
Music's
get
a
it.
little crazy nowadays.
Yeah,
We're
man.
just old. We're just getting old, aren't we?
Right. I think the closest thing to being crazy was Bone Thugs and Harmony, because there was a little dark, but they didn't really talk about the devil that
Well,
much, but it was cool. It was more gangster
did
rap
they?
still, right? Yeah. No,
Did they?
remember the beginning? It was like a gospel kind of, and
yeah,
then
the
they had like
seance, the
more.
seance
They
that
had
they
their
did.
Oh yeah.
moments. Yeah,
More
they had their
murder,
moments.
more murder, more murder.
Right.
That oh
Red
yeah,
rum. Yeah.
that was a
Yeah.
little one. And I was like,
They're
but
just
they
singing though.
missed their Uncle Charles,
But
yo.
that was about that. Yeah, that was about it. Other
I
than
mean,
that, no,
you
they
got to
didn't have
feel for
anything.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like Mo murder. I was like, "Ooh, what's
yeah.
going on?" I don't feel like murdering
Mhm.
anyone, but what are they talking about?
Yeah, that's the closest thing to whatever there's playing right
But
now.
then now, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. Yeah, the transition of the music nowadays is so I think last month, whatever award show was on, was what yeah my wife was watching it, and I kind of just sat beside her and just kind of took a look at it, and I was just watching the whole thing, and it was very Hunger Games as far as
Mhm.
costume wise, but then there was also like just a vibe to it, to where it was like, what is going on here? It just felt, they all, to be honest with you, I was looking at it, and this is me just looking, and was like, what's going on? They all just look mind control to me.
Yeah, that's
That's
what it
just
is.
plain and simple to me. I was just like, oh,
People
they
like
kind of look
her
like
controlling them as puppets,
topping it up. Ice
trying to get
Spice hanging
people out
out with
there.
Taylor. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Sweet Taylor Swift from Texas hanging out with Ice Spice. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's where I'm at with all that. So I don't know anything else is happening, but that's what I see when it came down to him being as successful as he is overnight. But he does have a lot of followers though, so don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I could
Drake
be
is
just tripping. Yeah, I could be that.
Drake's
What he was your
I'm a,
number 4, number 5,
number 5.
number
Drake was
5.
my number 5 on my top 5
Yeah.
and rappers of all time, just because of his impact. And now, I mean, take a look at it. He's the, like, with Yeezy out right now. Who is
Mhm.
really out there? Travis? Is Travis really
Travis.
doing anything right now?
I think he's
He's
almost
still
canceled because
building.
messing with those Kardashians. I think so. I don't know
Yeah.
where he's at right now. He's selling golf shoes. That's what he's doing. You
But
see
yo,
that? So he's coming out with a
he's
golf shoe. Yeah.
making that money.
So for you to be able to get it, you got to be able to hit over 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get these shoes of his or whatever.
And you
They're
got to
being
record
held at
that.
golf shops. Yeah. So they're not going
I
to
got
be
that.
held everywhere, just golf shots or golf shops. And that's how you're going to get it. 200-yard hit. You get the shoes, whatever. But
I got
that's
that.
about it. You play golf?
I mean, I can hit a 200 yard. Yeah, we got Top Golf's big here, and they got this
Mhm.
place right up top, right a little north from me. It's called Big Shots. It's kind of like a knockoff of. It's super cheap
you
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
can't do 200D.
I don't really play golf, so no.
Yeah,
I never got
just
the mechanics of it, but it's becoming
I
very
thought I
popular to
thought
all the homies now.
I
So
thought you
they be
would go
going
with
around here.
us. I thought you would
Yeah,
go with us every time we
he's
go
more like
hit balls.
he's more roll off the deck, dribble off the net type of thing.
yeah. But no, it's
He's a
getting
putter.
like I was saying, it's getting popular with all the homies. You know, since we're getting older and stuff, you can't do too much things that are like very physical, like a running.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be running, but yeah, I feel like I should get into it though. But
Oh,
I
right.
I don't run, but golf looks fun. I see all the homies. I actually see my little cousins over the weekend on social media. They were just on the go-kart, whatever, or golf cart, sipping back brew and just swinging away, just having fun. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Shoot,
Expensive
join
though.
golf. Oh, see, I don't know
Expensive.
anything about that.
I just bowl, and then just go to the driving range. That's the only thing. Can't just be doing. I can't be out there. I just, what it is about golf that makes me kind of just stay off it. Aside from the green fees, just the fact that if you suck and you're just holding people back behind you, I
No,
just get super self conscious about that. It's like, yeah,
right.
let them play through. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be stupid.
Oh,
But if
people get upset about that too, right? If you take too long. I did see something on social media again. A group of, I think it was like two groups.
you're fighting,
One was just too drunk, yeah, and just slowing down, holding back everybody, and the people behind just got tired of it, and just started beefing,
mm,
and they started fighting on the golf
people
course. I
wild.
was like, oh, okay, over golf, that's crazy. So golf could be crazy, guys, if you just didn't know. There's a rough side to it.
I
That's if
mean,
you're
when
slowing everything down.
they got them drink carts out there, and you sit and get sauced up.
Sauce.
You
See,
get
that's
sauced
cool.
up, and before you had, a couple of PBRs and a few shots here and there, and before you know it, you're just somebody says something, or if you get hit or something like that, it's over. Gonna be creating a lot of divots.
For real.
Gee, speaking of dark, what's going on with your little Your your theory, your
Uh,
that thing that
I'd
you
I'd
brought up a little bit earlier.
I'd get into it when battery's about to die.
Ah.
Well, that's our show, folks. All right. Well, we're gonna let G drop off here because I don't know what his battery situation is. How much battery you got? That you got plugged in, man.
13.
13%.
Oh,
That's
you're good.
plenty of time.
That's,
Come on,
yeah, you're good.
bring
Go
in
ahead.
your dark. What is it? The Dark Knight.
Mm, no,
What is
no,
it? The Spider Man.
it's gonna die on me. It's gonna die on me.
Dude.
Okay,
Well, next time we'll get into
we'll
Dark
bring that up
Knight.
the next time.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think we should end the show at that note, just because I don't want to. I really want to talk about what G had because there's a lot
Mhm.
of preparation involved in that end. But next week is I think we're gonna start ramping up as far as preparing for our live stream. Ed, you got I know we were talking about this. You want to take a little bit of time and just kind of like put whatever you got going on in your personal life as far as like business wise. I know you're a busy guy. You're trying to run a few businesses here and there. And I got a couple
Yeah.
shout outs.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Taking over the social media, have like little promo stuff going on, whatever. Um, get that cracking on live, get people engaged. That's what I want. People coming here. If you have something you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments. We would love to hear it, of course, and then for us to chit chat about it, get you guys all
Yeah.
engaged in this. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's just take a couple minutes here. One of our folks that actually chimed in a little bit early on Insta Live had a little food question. Then it was like,
Yeah, he did.
and I think I don't know. I gave it a little bit of a thought, and I was like, okay. And I think it's more. I don't know. I think. Let's put it at that. So it's pho
Mm-hmm.
versus sinigang. And if you don't know what pho, a lot of people know what pho is. Some people can't pronounce it right, but yeah, it's pho, Vietnamese soup, I guess, like a
Mm-hmm.
noodle soup. And then what sinigang is basically it's a Filipino dish. Every Filipino should know what the heck it is. But it's basically you can basically sinigang anything. You can sinigang fish, you can sinigang
Yeah,
beef,
Mm-hmm.
chicken, basically any meat,
Any protein?
any protein. And
Mm-hmm.
what it is tamarind based. So it's sour, and you got some people use fish sauce in that thing, or just for a little bit of
can
umami.
can you even put that head up against each other?
It's a just as far as like preference. I mean, it's hard, man. I love me some
I don't
sinigang, but
know.
pho
I don't
is pho.
know. I like both.
It's hard to put that head up.
I don't
I
know if
mean,
you could put it head up like that.
as far as
That's
taste
why.
wise, I think you would probably go. Let's say you know what tom yum soup is. Tom
Yeah,
yum is
that's more.
basically
That's more
yeah. Tom yum is like
comparable.
lemongrass, and I don't know what the sourness in that thing is, to be honest with you. But that's
It
what you
might be
would.
tamarind also, though.
It might
Believe it
also
or
be
not,
tamarind. Yeah,
it might be
I've
tamarind.
never
Yeah.
made tom yum before. But if between the two, yeah, I mean sinigang all day would smash. But that's me. But if you put it up against pho, I mean, with pho is like the national soup of Vietnam. So you got to have
Mhm.
like kind of like just and sinigang is not really a soup; it's a stew.
Yeah, it's too different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as okay, let's just make a decision on it. It's like if you for the rest of your life never had sinigang or never
Damn,
had
that's a
pho,
tough one,
which
man.
one?
No.
Shoot.
You're talking about pho bak, pho.
Damn. Am I gonna? My Vietnamese people gonna hate on me? The Filipinos gonna hate on me? My decision, man. Like G, so I like both, but that's a tough one.
I just had pho for the past couple of days because I made some at home.
I
I just
Oh
had
like
yeah,
pho
no,
pho.
yeah.
tonight.
I love pho. I love Sinigang. I don't
Hmm.
know, but I had to pick one. Can I
Yeah.
still eat rice with my Sinigang? Right?
You know what I
Yeah.
do? What we do with
Or
with our
noodles.
sinigang here? You know the vermicelli noodles? You
Hmm.
know
No,
those
don't.
little bean thread
Yeah.
Yeah.
vermicelli.
Clear ones.
You
Yeah.
cook some of that on the side, and rather than eating with rice, you put the vermicelli in it. It hits. It hits.
Does
My
it?
wife actually started doing that, and I was like, "Ooh, this is
Does it
good."
hit? I can't
It does.
imagine.
You just got to throw it in there. Try it. If you got some extra
Sounds
vermicelli noodles, bean thread noodles out there, just go ahead and
in the sinigang soup, huh?
try it before you vote it off because you're about to go with pho, aren't you?
Me? I no,
I don't
no.
know either, man. That's a tough one.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna go with
Shoot,
sitting. You gotta pick one.
Sinigang,
You gotta pick one.
Sinigang every day. I don't know if I could do Sinigang every day. I could do pho every day, I think.
I
So
could
for
do.
me, preference wise, Sinigang's like on a occasion,
I
whenever I feel like
guess.
it. But pho for like almost anything. If I'm just hungry, just want to get some, soup action, then pho. If I'm hungover, pho. You know,
Y'all,
if I'm sick,
stop
chicken
playing.
pho.
Stop playing. Just say pho.
Pho.
Stop. Like I'm Filipino certified. All right. I'm
Yeah.
99. I'm 99.3 Filipino Austronesian according to 23andMe. But I'm going pho. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's, bro. Pho is the hit.
Hmm.
I love me some sinigang, but there's a lot of Filipino dishes that would actually just put right in front of sinigang. Easy. Pho is like the Vietnamese dish.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
universal
that's
soup. It's so
that's
bomb
that's
though.
like
That's how I
yeah.
see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like Southeast Asian soup. What Southeast Asian soup would you actually put in front of pho? Southeast Asia, Thailand. Like Thailand, they've got what?
They got that tom yum.
Um,
I had some creamy tom yum the
well,
other day.
but that's also sinigang.
I know,
You know what
but
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
pho.
I
Yes, you're
had
right.
it had a
Pho,
creamy. The
pho would be
creamy
on
one's
top. It'd
fire.
be on the top.
Yeah, Southeast Asian. They got northern pho, northern to south pho, which is I believe it's more clear broth and everything like that. And they eat it with a Chinese what's that Chinese bread, the Chinese donut.
The donuts, yeah.
Yeah, the Chinese donut, and then the southern pho. I believe that's just a lot more of the stuff going on with it's just it's less clear. I actually had some northern pho when I was in Laos. I was like, wow, this isn't what I'm used to, but it was a lot more clear, a lot more cleaner
Nice.
tasting. But yeah, there's no way around it. That's pho is really the Southeast Asian but there's a lot of good Thai soup. I mean, there's I can't even name one right now. I'm so tired though. But no, pho hits it. Sorry, Sinigang,
Yeah.
but
There you
that's got
go.
to be
That's
it.
my
We
answer.
should do more of that. We should do more of that.
That's what I like.
I
People
think,
come
yeah,
and
we
get
should.
engaged. We got to get them all involved somehow, some way.
Yeah. Shout out to Chester. Chester, go follow Chester. Chester, what's his at? It's called Food and Barbecue or something like that. What's his at? I'll put it
Yeah.
up. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'll put it up. I'll share his thing. Start following him. He throws down. Does a lot of
He does throw down. Yeah.
he does this a lot. He does a
Hmm.
lot of cooking. That boy does a lot of cooking. He also does a lot of eating. He does a lot of loving of his family. So
Yeah. Shout out to the homie, the big homie.
shout out Cheese. All right. But yeah, let's do a bit more of that next week. I actually had that conversation with the family before we were doing a lot of the food stuff. So we'll do some of that next week. We'll go a little lighthearted. I know it's been the past couple of shows have been a little dark, a little down, but it's also a lot serious because everything around us is very, very serious right now as we're approaching, some very tough decisions and moving forward. So I think for the time being, let's have a little bit of levity with this particular show. We'll bring other things. I think we want to be a source for you guys to have a little bit more of a place to kind of get away from things. So I think that might be our direction for next week. All right.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool, man. I like that.
All right, boys. It's been real.
It's been real, y'all.